Airtag horror stories, complete horror story, 1,890 words. The notification appeared on my phone at 2:47 a.m. Airtag detected near you. This Airtag is not registered to your Apple ID and has been moving with you. I stared at the screen, my heart rate quickening. I lived alone in a third-floor apartment in downtown Seattle. Who would put an Airtag on me? And more importantly, how long had they been tracking me? My name is Sophie Martinez, and I'm a 28-year-old graphic designer. I work from home most days, go to the gym 3 times a week, grab coffee at the same cafe every morning. I'm not important. I'm not wealthy. I'm just normal. So why was someone tracking me? I sat up in bed, my phone's glow illuminating my dark bedroom. The notification had a map showing the AirTag's location. According to the screen, it was here, in my apartment, within feet of me. My hands shook as I turned on my bedside lamp. The app said the AirTag had been traveling with me for 3 days. 3 days. Where had I been? What had I done? I started searching. My purse first, dumping everything onto my bed. Wallet, keys, lipstick, receipts. No Airtag. My coat pockets. Nothing. My gym bag. Still nothing. The app showed the Airtag was getting closer as I moved around my apartment. It was like a horror movie version of Hot and Cold. Then I found it, tucked into the inside pocket of my work laptop bag. A bag I use every single day was a small white disc, an Airtag. Someone had slipped it in there, and I'd been carrying it everywhere for 3 days without knowing. My first instinct was to throw it out the window, but I stopped myself. This was evidence. Someone had been stalking me, knew my routines, had gotten close enough to plant this tracker on me. I took photos, documented everything, then called the police. Officer Davidson arrived 40 minutes later. She was professional, took my statement, bagged the Airtag as evidence. But I could see the look in her eyes. This happened more often than people realized. Can you trace it? I asked. Find out who registered it? We'll try, she said, but her tone told me not to get my hopes up. In the meantime, I'd recommend staying with friends or family. Change your routines. If someone's been tracking you, they know where you live, where you work, where you shop. After she left, I couldn't sleep. I kept checking my windows, my locks, my phone. At 6 a.m., I finally gave up and made coffee, my hand still trembling. That's when I got the text from an unknown number. You found it. I knew you were smart. My blood ran cold. I stared at the message, my coffee cup frozen halfway to my lips. They were watching. They knew I'd found the Airtag, which meant they had another way to track me. I checked my phone for other tracking devices, ran antivirus software, checked for unfamiliar apps. Nothing, but the texts kept coming. You look tired, Sophie. Didn't sleep well? That's a nice mug. Is it new? I could see my reflection in my darkened laptop screen, holding my coffee mug in my kitchen. They could see me. Right now. I spun around, searching for cameras. My apartment suddenly felt violated. Every corner a potential hiding spot for surveillance equipment. I checked smoke detectors, outlets, picture frames, even unscrewed my shower head. Nothing. But they were still watching somehow. My phone buzzed again. You won't find them all. I've been very careful. Them all. Multiple devices. I grabbed my keys and ran. I didn't even change out my pajamas, just threw on a coat and fled my apartment. I needed to get somewhere public, somewhere safe, somewhere with people. The coffee shop. My regular cafe was 6 blocks away and open at 6:30 a.m. I could wait there, call my brother, figure out what to do. I was 3 blocks away when my phone buzzed with another text. Running won't help. I know where you're going. I always know where you're going. I stopped in the middle of the sidewalk, my breath coming in short gasps. How did they know I was going to the cafe? Unless they'd been tracking me long before that Airtag. Long enough to learn my patterns, my routines, my habits. The Airtag wasn't the beginning. It was just what I'd finally noticed. A car pulled up beside me. Not quickly, not aggressively. Just pulled up and stopped. The window rolled down, and I found myself looking at a woman, maybe 40, with tired eyes and a tight smile. "Sophie Martinez?" she asked. I took a step back. "Who are you?" "Someone who can help." "Get in the car." "Please. We don't have much time." Every instinct screamed at me to run, but something in her voice, in her eyes, made me hesitate. "My name is Dr. Chun," she continued. "I work with a cybersecurity firm that specializes in stalking cases. We've been tracking your stalker for the past 2 weeks." "What? How did you?" "The Airtag wasn't the first device. There was another one in your car 3 weeks ago. You never found it, but our monitoring software detected it. We've been watching your stalker, watching you." I felt like I was going to be sick. "Who is it?" Dr. Chen's expression darkened. "Get in the car, and I'll explain everything." "But Sophie, we need to move." "Now." "He knows you found the Airtag, which means he's changing his approach." Something in her tone, the urgency, the fear, made me open the car door and get in. As we drove, Dr. Chen explained. 3 months ago, a man named Derek Paulson had been released from prison after serving 6 years for stalking and assault. He had a type, young professional women, living alone, with predictable routines. He would study them for months using various tracking devices before escalating to break-ins and physical attacks. "We've been monitoring him since his release," Dr. Chin said. "He's gotten more sophisticated. Uses Airtags, hidden cameras, GPS trackers. He plants them in public places, coffee shops, gyms, anywhere his victims have a routine. So he just randomly chose me?" "Not randomly. He watches places first, finds women who fit his profile. Then he learns everything about them." My phone buzzed. Another text. "Nice car, Sophie. Who's your friend?" "She's not part of your routine." Dr. Chin glanced at my phone, and her jaw tightened. "He's watching right now. He's probably been following us." "How?" "I found the Airtag." "Check your bag again. Everything in it, not just the obvious pockets." With shaking hands, I dumped my purse out again. At first, I saw nothing new. Then Dr. Chin reached over and felt along the inside lining of my bag. Her fingers found a tiny bump, barely noticeable. She produced a small knife and carefully cut into the lining. Inside was another Airtag, sewn into the fabric itself. This one wasn't visible in the Find My app. It had been modified somehow. "He's been adapting the technology," Dr. Chin said grimly, "modifying them to avoid detection." She rolled down her window and threw it out onto the highway. My phone immediately exploded with texts. "You can't run from me. I'll find you again. I always find them." "Them?" I whispered. Dr. Chin didn't answer right away. Finally, she said, "You're the 5th woman he's targeted since his release. The others. The police found them before he could complete his plans. But it was close. Very close." We drove to a safe house, an unmarked apartment owned by Dr. Chen's security firm. She swept me for any remaining devices, finding 2 more, one in the sole of my gym shoe and another in the zipper pull of my coat. Devices I've been carrying for weeks, maybe months, without knowing. How did he get close enough to plant all of these? I asked, my voice hollow. Dr. Chin pulled up surveillance footage on her laptop. Coffee shops, the gym, your apartment building lobby. Anywhere you set your bag down, even for a moment. He's patient, professional. He does this for months before making his move. The footage showed a man I'd never noticed. Average height, average build, forgettable face. But in every video, he was near me, sitting 2 tables away at the cafe, on the treadmill behind me at the gym, walking through my apartment lobby carrying a package like any other resident, invisible in plain sight. What happens now? I asked. Now we wait. We've planted false tracking data, making it look like you're still moving with those devices we removed. He'll follow them to a location where police are waiting. It took 3 hours. 3 hours of sitting in that safe house, drinking bad coffee, watching my phone fill with increasingly angry messages from Derek Paulson's burner number, threats, promises, descriptions of what he'd been planning to do to me. Then Dr. Chen's phone rang. She listened, nodded, and finally smiled. They got him. He walked right into it. I should have felt relief. Instead, I felt numb. How long had he been planning this? Based on the devices we found, at least 4 months. Maybe longer. He knew everything, Sophie. Your schedule, your friends, your family. Where you shopped, what you ate, when you slept. He built a complete profile. For months. For 4 months. I've been living my normal life while a predator studied my every move, planning God knows what. That was 6 months ago. Derek Paulson is awaiting trial, facing multiple stalking charges. I've moved cities, changed jobs, altered every routine I had. I check for Airtags weekly. I sweep my apartment for cameras monthly. I never set my bag down in public anymore. But here's what really keeps me up at night. Derek Paulson isn't unique. Dr. Chin told me her firm handles dozens of cases like mine every month. The technology that was designed to help us find lost keys has become the perfect stalking tool. Small, cheap, untraceable. And the scariest part? You might be carrying one right now and not even know it. That notification I got, Airtag detected near you, only appears on iPhones and only after the Airtag has been following you for hours or days. Android users get no warning at all. And modified Airtags, they don't show up on any tracking app. I'm telling you this story as a warning. Check your belongings. All of them. Check the linings, the seams, the places you'd never think to look. Change your routines. Be unpredictable. And if you ever get that notification, that seemingly innocuous message about an unknown Airtag, don't ignore it. Because by the time you see that warning, someone has already been watching you for days, and they know exactly where you are.